Dance. We're talking about this song. I mean, it took over the international world. Oh, Batumbusi. I don't know if we interviewed Busi together.
We did. I was here with her.
And she was like almost in tears when talking about the song. Remember that? And how overwhelmed she was with the love that she received internationally while performing this song. She couldn't understand what was happening, man.
Yeah, man.
And this is it. That's the beauty of music. That's the power of music right here. Hanging out with Black Coffee in studio, man, fresh from Miami and all the other international countries that he just steps into here and there, because that's just him. He's worked hard, so he deserves it. Right? Black Coffee. This song is an original, right? We can say that about this song now.
Yeah.
And you've done another song of the same kind, but with international artists.
You can say that.
Yeah,
You can say
you know what I mean? Because I mean it's two songs, so we need to differentiate.
Yeah.
Originally by and then by the same artist. Okay, let's go back to how I guess the conceptualization of the newer one. It came about.
I remember first when Drake did his first OVO podcast on the Apple Music.
Yeah.
It was one of those very hyped ones because it was his first one. His album was about to drop. People were listening to it because they thought he might drop his new songs in there. And the first song he played on that podcast was Superman.
Wow.
First time ever he was on podcast. That's the first song he played, which really surprised us. That's when we realized he knows the song and he loves the song. And fast forward months later, an email came, he wants to license the song for his mixtape, which we were cool with. And we didn't know how much, because with hip hop, one can sample just a drum, a voice, whatever he wanted to do, we were cool with it. And that's what you hear on More Life, basically. It's what his interpretation of Superman, basically.
All right.
Including him putting a new singer on.
Yes.
That's how he wants it.
Yeah.
And at first I was very reluctant, about it, and even how it sounds, I wish they gave it to me to fix it a little bit, but I just thought, this is a man who knows what he wants, and let him be.
Yeah.
The singer, Georgia, for me, in the new version, if you listen to the version, really listen, she works because it's now a duet. Her voice is so daunting, because she's looking for a response, which Drave gives later in the song. Ubus was singing to herself. There was no one she was referring to that would answer. So that's how I hear the songs. And Georgia is her voice is so daunting. She's complaining, spend more time with me, give me a call over the phone, when you're working. And then Drake responds. So as a duet, it's a total different thing, and it works for me.
Oh, nice one, man.
Okay.
Nice one. So the international world, before we went on a break, Black Coffee, I wanted to ask you, what is it that you've picked up, since you travel so much? I mean, you don't just travel one country. You go to different continents. And obviously, it's every continent has its own way of dealing with music and approaching it and all that. What is it that you've picked up internationally that you think we can use? Or are we on the same level, or are we better than other countries? Where are we musically?
We find where we are, man. Like, a simple example would be the Superman song on Drake's album. That collaboration came at a time where I was very confused as a producer where to go with my next album. I'm working on an album, it's going to be internationally released, and I'm kind of looking, how do I bridge the gap between what I was doing in-house, and Drake just took a song I did in 2008, as is, and put it on his 2017 album. An album that has broken all records, by the way, every record that's there right now. So it was such a compliment to me, basically it's saying, whatever you're doing, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have to change anything. And I travel the countries playing the same music that is from here. And no one comes to me and say, that vocal is too loud, maybe you should change that. That's what I feed the people. All I want us to know is that we have amazing music, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're doing
amazing.
great, Amon.
Yeah.
We're doing amazing. This
Amazing.
is something that Amon asked your friend. I said, don't ask him now. Ask him on air.
I forgot it to be.
Yeah, you asked him if he thinks that he is successful.
Oh, yes.
Do you
yes.
think you're successful?
Success to me is different things, you know. There's things where I feel I'm cool, you know. But as far as my career is concerned, there's a lot that I still want to achieve, you know. Have I achieved most of the things? I'll say yes, you know. But for me, success is it's a very big word, and I wouldn't use it where
Just
I am.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's coming.
But is this something that you envisioned when you started off? You know, I remember when you released the first album, because I remember the cover. Just you know, there was a coffee stain there.
Yeah.
I remember that cover, and at the time, because I was still at community radio at the time, I didn't understand who this person was, but the music spoke to me quite a lot, and obviously grew into knowing the person that you are and understanding the production and all that. Is this what you envisioned, you at this time being so big, so international, celebrated throughout the country right now?
Yes and no. I remember in 2003, I was doing an interview. I was selected by the Red Bull Music Academy in Cape Town, you know, and I was representing South Africa. No album, no career, and I was doing an interview, and they asked me, where are you going to be in 3 years?
Yeah.
You know, and my response was, in 5 years,
Yeah.
I'll be one of the most important producers in this country.
Wow.
You know, this was before everything. So the vision was always there. You know, I wanted to go this far. I wanted to, but not on this level.
Yeah.
You know, how things have turned out is quite different.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, I wanted to be an international DJ. Yes, I wanted to travel all these countries. Yes, I wanted to meet Puff Daddy one day, you know.
Wow, man.
You know, all these things were, you know, were things that I wanted, you know, because growing up, the signs, man, you go and you find a point of light. It's up to you to see it or not, you know. If you see it, it's going to take you to a different direction. And you go and you always look, you'll find another point of light. And one of the biggest ones for me, when I was still a student in Natal Technikon, we were invited to sing at a wedding. And this wedding was at Mtsegi's house.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, in Umtata.
Yeah.
One of Mtsegi's cousins was getting married. I forgot his name. He was a medical student in the States, and he came back, he was getting married. So we were there to sing. We were helped, basically. You know, beautiful house. The wedding was in the garden. You know, and me walking into that house was a point of light for me.
Oh, yeah.
A black family doing that well. Garden wedding. The wedding was in their own yard. How big is that yard?
Yeah, man.
You know, and I was a kid, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
For me, that was a point of light. I was like, I want this in my life. You know,
You recognized
I didn't think white capitalist.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
I understood
Yeah.
how great we can be as black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I travel, I keep looking, man. It's very important to be woke, to see all the signs, because God speaks. He
All
speaks
the
to
time.
us in different ways.
Yeah.
It's very important to understand. You can meet a crazy man on the street and he'll be troubling you, but he can say something so powerful that could change your life around. So it's always important to always listen and look and listen and look all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but would you
that's-
say there was a specific point of light, like that one that occurred that changed your life completely?
I wouldn't say there was one. There's
Yeah, it's
there's
different
always
ones.
been there's always been like things that happen, and I'm like, okay, thank God I took that walk. I don't know why I went there, but thank God I took that walk.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the most important thing as people. That's what humbleness is. Humbleness is not just being nice to people. When they say hi to you, you say hi back. It's being real when you're alone.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, when you're
That's
alone and you hear that voice that says, no, don't do it, don't do it. And you hear and you listen. For me, that is humbleness.
Oh, man. Black coffee. Thank you for coming through to studio,
Sure,
brother.
man.
This is your tune right here.
That's my tune, man.
Hey, I know. This is Black Coffee with Rivertone inside Problem Metro. We'll give you a chance to call him. Don't worry.